welcome. We are here, Southeast Iowa Union Sports Talk. We are live. What you are watching right now is happening in real time. If you were to walk into the studio right now, you would find the three of us sitting here and recording this podcast. Live.
Yep.
We are powered, as usual, by Fairway Food Stores, as well as all of the companies and groups that sponsor the show. You'll see them on the bottom of the screen scrolling. I'm Andy Krutzinger, if you didn't know.
I'm Hunter Moeller.
And Alex Snyder's over there. We're going to get him on camera one day.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, they say that the producers are on camera too much because they do the news shows, which you guys already know because you guys watch this show 24/7. We're like MTV in like 1994. Wall-to-wall coverage, wall-to-wall programming, and no reason to change the channel. 1994, yeah, that was probably the peak of MTV. And we're going to talk a little fall sports, guys.
Yeah.
And we are going to start with a little football. Is that okay with you, Hunter, to start with a little football?
I'm cool with starting with some football.
You know, I've kind of, I'm a Bears fan, so I've kind of thought about just divorcing football altogether, but I'm going to give it a few more weeks. So, but high school football.
You take on next week.
Yeah, yep. Bears Chiefs next week.
Hope we beat you by 20.
Yeah, I have a bet if you guys can beat us by 30. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So, I don't know why the vibe seems different today. Did I forget to do anything? I said we were powered by Fairway.
Well, you can find us on Washington Live's YouTube and also Facebook, and then Fairfield Live, Mount Pleasant Live Facebook as well. And we're also on Spotify under Washington Live. So check us out in those places if you want.
And you know what? If you just want to watch us on Twitter, X, you just want to have us there, the YouTube little box on X, so you can see all the trends.
Yep.
Just go ahead and find us at Union Sports Page. We pin this episode every week.
Yep.
And you also get lots of updates from fall sports. So do it.
Do it.
Immediately. Hunter, how was the Fairfield game? Because you went to Fairfield's homecoming game. It was going to be a coin flip. Keokuk has got some bite, don't they?
Yeah, they do. I was impressed. They got a great quarterback. That kind of was the biggest difference in the game as a whole there. But really the game started out. Fairfield looked good. I was really impressed with Kason Miller. I feel like he's taken a real step forward this season, especially in the run game. In the first drive, if you looked at the first drive, Fairfield was feeling pretty good. They went over 50 yards. Miller had a 32-yard rush, got them down to their own 20, down to the near inside the Keokuk 20-yard line there. Had to settle for a field goal. That was blocked. And that kind of set the tone the rest of the way of the first half. Keokuk went put together 13 plays, and then Brenton Horde, who I was talking a little bit before we started, hit Diogo Garcia 3 yards out on fourth down to give them their first score of the game, 7-3. Keokuk did score before that, but a holding negated it, and then they ended up scoring on the fourth down. So kind of a tough break there for Fairfield. I mentioned Horde. He was pretty much a thorn in the side of Fairfield all night long. He finished with 245 yards through the air and another 170 on the ground. That was a crazy stat line. I was looking at that. I was like, man.
It's just lately that's been kind of their game. They've kind of adopted the Washington style where the quarterback just goes everywhere.
He did a lot of kind of passes out to the flat in the opening stages, and then they run like nearly the same play every time they do a QB draw, and I swear every single time they ran the QB draw the middle, he was going for like 10 yards a pop. It was pretty crazy. But the first quarter went pretty quick. After just those two drives, there's only a minute 48 remaining, and then the 7-0 score held into the second quarter there, and then it was kind of a defensive game in that the second half. There were 3 consecutive punts, and then through that quarter, and that led up all the way to about 30 seconds remaining, and Keokuk kicked a field goal, put it through the uprights there with 30 seconds left to make it 10-0. Fairfield tried to get it down the field in those final 30 seconds, but was forced to punt again. So a tough little break there. Since that first drive, really, it seemed like that was the only time they were getting the kind of moving the ball. Fairfield did find some momentum out of the break after a 3-and-out by Keokuk. Sam Wheaton and Miller kind of, I guess, pushed the envelope, you could say, for the Fairfield offense there. Obviously, Sam Wheaton, first time starting under center there after taking over the job the week prior. Miller did end up capping off an 8-play drive with a 5-yard touchdown to make it 10-7. And that it felt like if the game was going to be flipped, they needed to get one more stop. and Keokuk didn't let it happen. The Chiefs went 8 plays. A 45-yard run on the draw I mentioned by Horde pushed the Chiefs deep into Fairfield territory. And then Fairfield had another 4th and 6, and an opportunity to kill that drive. But Horde on the rush again, 9 yards. 9 yards outscored it, made it 17-7, and it was just kind of all Keokuk from then on out. Fairfield was forced to punt once again, and then Horde 70-yard touchdown on the next drive, 23-7. On the next drive, Fairfield looking good once again on the offensive end, get it down inside the Chiefs, deep into the Chiefs side of the field. Then an interception gave them the ball back with 7:49 on the clock. The Chiefs captivated once again, scored in 7 more with 3:39 remaining, make it 30-7, and then literally with 1 second on the clock, Sam Wheaton hit Landon Odorft in the back of the end zone for their second touchdown of the game, but all but too little too late with 1 second left. So they fall 30-13 on the night. It's tough break to a week of celebration with homecoming, things like that. So and it doesn't get really any easier for Fairfield because they got Benton Community next week, and Benton Community absolutely crushed. I can't remember who it was they played.
That's on the road.
Yeah.
All the way up to Van Horn. So we got some long road trips for some of our teams coming up here soon. Casey Miller's been one of my my favorite players to watch so far this year, just because
runs so hard,
so much. Yeah, he's gotten the ball so much more, and he just had like a perfect mix of speed and rushing. I really like how their team was set up.
Yep.
After watching them play with Washington, I like having multiple rushing options. But sometimes it's not your day. Keokuk looks good.
Yep.
Actually, Keokuk looks. Keokuk Fort Masson, a great rivalry. Fort Masson has really had the upper hand lately. I looked on BC Moore, and Keokuk's a little bit ahead of them in the, it's just projection, basically. But I think that's going to be a good game this year.
And Keokuk played Pella close, apparently, in their game. I didn't, actually see anything about it. But
and then Pella
turned around and beat Cedar Rapids Xavier. So I was like, whatever.
I remember a time, not too long ago, but, if you ask my 5-year-old, it would be a long time ago because it was when I was young.
Yeah.
When Keokuk was an absolute power in this area. Won state championship. I was at the Mount Pleasant Burlington home. It's not a home game for both, but it's a game for Mount Pleasant. Another war on 34 for the Panthers. Second home game of the year. Mount Pleasant falls in this one. I'll just say the final score immediately: 42-7 to Burlington. The Panthers came in already a little crippled with starting quarterback Cooper Coleman out. He might be back this week, but he was out this Friday. He got hurt in the week before. And so they had to switch up the offense. Peyton Walker, who's their normal running back, was just a shotgun quarterback. And this year it's kind of been either him or Gerard Turner. So they put them both in the backfield in a shotgun formation very first play. I said, this is actually a fun idea because you're just going to you can just go back and forth pounding it with the two of them. Hello? No, just kidding. I'm not answering. Pounding it with the two of them.
That was so loud. My
really
goodness.
Loud. Context on that. I just didn't want to. I had an alarm set just to make sure I'd get into the studio today on time. What was I saying? Yes. Much like that little speech was interrupted by my phone, Mount Pleasant's plan was interrupted because Turner ran for 7 yards on the very first play. But got hit. He didn't get hit out of bounds, but he got hit by two different kids. Kind of a weird landing. Ended up with a lower body injury. Couldn't go the rest of the night. Now you're without your starting quarterback and the kid who's led you in yards the first 2 games. And Burlington definitely capitalized. 21 straight points for the Greyhounds. It was early second when they got up to 21-0. Mount Pleasant responded to the third touchdown with they just started going a QB draw basically right up the middle with Peyton Walker, and he was running over people, and the blocking was getting pretty good, and they drove the field, and he scored. And I kind of thought, well, maybe if they can figure out a way to stop Burlington's run game, and it's a heavy, heavy run game, then they could, figure something out offensively, chip back into it. But alas, didn't really happen. Burlington just kind of controlled the rest of the game, and so hopefully Mount Pleasant will be a little healthier. Speaking of doesn't get easier, they got Mount Vernon. at home for homecoming,
Yep.
having homecoming in Mount Pleasant this week. And if you want any sort of like, the Skittles at the end of the rainbow, that's not the phrase, but the, when it's like there's something good.
Yeah, pot of gold.
Pot of gold, there you go. Pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Mount Vernon just played a hard game against Solon, lost. You got to assume that they got banged up a little bit and that was a physical game that they're coming off of too. So it's not like they're coming off. It's not like they were vacationing in Cabo for the last
Right.
weeks. So there's a little good news there. Peyton Walker, 77 yards and a touchdown rushing. Payson Coleman had a 64-yard catch, and he turned it right up the Burlington sideline. I thought that was going to go for a touchdown. That would have went for like a 85-yard touchdown or something if he would have broke it even further. And Walker threw for 110. Of course, a lot of that was on the Coleman catch. Phoenix Watson with 3 catches for 41 yards. Walker had 7 tackles, and Watson and Kellen Cohurst each had 4. Carson Andreessen had 5.5 tackles and caught well, he was pretty impressive. Carson's not the biggest kid, but he had to make some really tough tackles against those Burlington runners. So shout out to Burlington. They got a pretty darn good running game again this year. Tough week for the Panthers.
Yeah.
How about Washington?
Yeah, Washington. They took on Grinnell. Obviously at home, Case Field there. Always a tough place to play. The two had quite the battle a year ago. I believe that one ended just a touchdown between them late too.
Yeah, it was
real
the last
late.
game of the year. No, it was, right? Fairfield played in the last game of the year.
I can't remember.
Either way, it
was a game that went down to the wire. This time around, kind of a more, I guess you could say, a little more lopsided into Grinnell's favor. The Tigers jumped out to a 14-0 lead after one. The Demons did put 6 points on the board in the second quarter, but pretty much Grinnell just kept their foot on the gas offensively. They led 21-6 at the half, and then they scored 7 more in the third. Shut out Washington in that quarter as well. So heading into the fourth, Grinnell led 28-6, and then Washington did edge the Tigers 12-17 in scoring in the fourth there, but the game ends 35-18 in favor of Grinnell. So tough loss for Washington there. Logan McDowell, 93 yards. Passing. Cale Williams, huge night on the ground for him, 155 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Triple dipped.
You see that? It's like you think it's going to be kind of a different result.
Yeah.
Kason Evans, 57 yards on just 1 carry, so 1 big carry for Evans there. Receiving wise, Luke Beam-Blossom caught 3 passes for 35 yards. Jay Freed Espinoza caught 2 for 58 yards, and then defensively, Evans led the way. No surprise there. He's always flying all over the field. Finished with 11.5 tackles. Caden Griner, 7.5 tackles, and Williams also recovered 1 fumble. And Washington slips to 1-3 on the season, and they'll take on who Fairfield played this last week. They're going to take on a little bit of Keokuk there. So
yep, they're going to take on a lot of Keokuk. It's going to be down there at Calvert Stadium.
I think that's going to be a great game.
I do too, and I believe that one of us will be there. Spoiler alert, because we usually come up with our week plans after the show. Mount Pleasant's at home. Fairfield's a long ways. The small school games we could go out to. But we missed Washington. Neither of us were physically at Washington this week. We had 3 home games, and so I might make it up to the Demons by going down there. I like Calvert Stadium in Keokuk.
They have some nice facilities down there, don't they?
It is. It's just a cool facility. I like watching soccer there randomly.
Really?
Because you can sit and take pictures in the front row of the bleachers, and they're fine, Anyway, yeah. So Keokuk used to host a lot of. They used to be one of the top dogs in boys soccer, so a lot of the playoff games would be in Keokuk. That is it for the very first segment of this ultra live Southeast Iowa Union Sports Talk live, and we're going to go to a commercial, and you're going to come back. Where we'll be sitting here live, and we will talk a little small school football. And spoiler alert, there are more wins this week than last week, so it's a much happier small school football roundup. And so stay tuned.
Federation Bank is a locally owned bank providing award-winning customer service. We believe that we are more than just a federation of banks, but a federation of communities, serving Brighton, Richland, Wellman, and Washington, Iowa. Federation Bank's highly skilled staff is here to make sure you are able to accomplish your personal and professional goals, whatever they may be. Federation Bank, your family bank.
Hospice isn't a place, it's a type of care that focuses on living. Servicing a 7-county area, the Hospice of Washington County staff of nurses, social work, hospice aides, spiritual and grief support, volunteers, music and massage therapists are able to provide free end-of-life care where the patient lives. We write wills, give consent for organ donation, but rarely is there a plan for what we would want the final phase of our lives. At Hospice of Washington County, we encourage our patients to be in charge of their healthcare decisions while maintaining quality of life.
Tammy takes the time and has the personal interest in each one of us. I don't worry about what's going to happen because I know my policy is taken care of.
She pulls what I need and puts it together, which is the program I get from her.
Every year she calls around September or so and says, there's changes again, and I'm going to do the best thing for you. It's been perfect. She does a great job.
At the Capper Auto Group, we put our customers' needs first and understand that everyone is as different as the vehicle they select. We offer new Ford, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram vehicles in a friendly environment that puts you in the driver's seat. When it comes to service, we maintain factory-trained technicians and competitive pricing. The Capper Auto Group still believes that service after the sale provides the best customer experience. Come see the Capper experience for yourself.
When you aspire to be a dancer, you are both an artist and an athlete. Your strength combines with beauty and grace seamlessly. Your efforts result in enhanced coordination, the ability to cooperate and compromise with others, and the confidence to perform in front of an audience. Not to mention the fun you will have and the lifelong friendships you will develop. We are enrolling now for fall classes, and we would love to see you shine like the star that you are. Join us for Dance and Tumbling at Stairway to the Stars. Please visit our website for online registration.
I am Melissa Westfall with Homegirl Realty. Heather and Charlotte and I have worked together for many years, and we have always had a vision to have a business together.
I'm Charlotte Howard, and the good news is we bring a very high level of experience. We have a combined 80 plus years of experience in this real estate marketplace.
I'm Heather Merrick, and Homegirl Realty brings a lot of things to the table. We have phenomenal communication with our clients, buyers and sellers, to make sure things are going smoothly and you don't have anything to worry about.
Well, hello, friends. We are here on Southeast Iowa Union Sports Talk live. I'm Andy Kretzinger.
I'm Hunter Muller.
And we shouldn't introduce ourselves because this is our second segment, not our first segment where you guys don't know where our names are yet. So we're going to talk a little small school football. Bring you a little rundown of what happened in the small school area. We had a marquee matchup, Columbus and Pekin. It was kind of it wouldn't have been one of our more looked forward to games because I would have expected Columbus to be quite a little bit better than Pekin going into this year. Pekin came in 3-0, but I believe the Wildcats have found their stride. 65-24 Columbus. Caden Amagon, 164 yards and 2 touchdowns. He is now your all-time Columbus Wildcat rushing leader. He's got 43-26 and counting right now. I remember watching him when he was, I think I went to a game, I think I covered a Columbus game when he was a freshman, possibly at Cardinal maybe. And I remember being like, dude, who's this kid? Riley Kalberg went for 123 yards and 3 scores. I saw the first one of those. I think Real Clear Highlights has a cool highlight. Has a good one. He busted one out for like 60 something on the very first play. Tyson Kalberg, a couple interceptions. For Pekin, Will Adam, 89 and a score, and he threw for 139 and a touchdown. Robert Brown, 90 yards and receiving touchdown and a rushing touchdown. Sigourney Kyoto Cardinal, 2 teams that are a little bit on opposite ends so far this season as far as where the momentum's going. All Sigourney Kyoto, 67-0. Wasn't too far long ago when Sigourney Kyoto and Cardinal played in one of the more hyped up playoff football games just like 2 or 3 years ago. But this one's all SK. KL Clarahan, 148 yards and 2 touchdowns. Cole Kindred went for 75, and he found the end zone 3 times. Waco, 59, HLV 12.
Little redemption.
Our commander-in-chief publisher, Matt Bryant, was there for a little bit. So, that has nothing to do with nothing really, but but I just knew that he was there. on the sidelines. 59-12, and Waco is up 46-0 at halftime. So if you just like don't know anything about high school sports, and all you do is wander over to the Waco football field every Friday night, you'd think you're watching an NFL team go against a high school team. Because I think if you looked at all their home games for the last 2 years, like the combined score, it's got to be like 700-10. Speaking of a blowout, Montezuma hosted number 2 Winfield Mount Union on
And Montezuma
Saturday.
played some good teams.
Montezuma's good. They've got top 10 votes. Winfield Mount Union dropped 70 on them, 70-20.
And at half, it was like, what, 46-22 nothing?
It was all Wolves. And Cam Buffington, we should just have a segment on the show where we read off Cam Buffington's stats because he caught 8 passes, 246 and 4 touchdowns, and then he ran for 139 yards and a couple of touchdowns. Also, Jake Edwards had one of the coolest stat lines for a quarterback. He went for 300 yards exactly, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Cole Milks and Abram Edwards both found the end zone as well. Mid-Prairie, 40-18 over West Burlington. I have a prediction, Hunter. Can I have a prediction?
Hit me.
And we don't make predictions. So I'm not going to make a prediction, but I'm going to make a feeling. I would be surprised if Mid-Prairie loses again in the regular season. Because the way that they played against super quality opponents at the
Sigourney Keota. They played Sigourney Keota so close.
Keota so close, and their schedule gets a little softer. West Burlington's a good team. Shout out head coach Darren Lambert, one of our favorite boys basketball coaches. Now is a winning football coach. His first win since taking over varsity football for the Golden Hawks. Hudson Ehrenfeld, he went for 183 yards and 5 touchdowns. Brady Weber went for over 200 yards there. Kobe Hirschberger, 7 passes for 88 yards. So dominant performance. Did I see the final score on that one? 40-18 Mid-Prairie. Van Buren County and Wapello. The Warriors were down with about 15 seconds left. Isaac Leffler runs it in from 3 yards out to give Van Buren County their second straight win, their second straight. I can go to the camera. Yeah, Their second straight thrilling win, their second straight 4-point win. Warriors 40, Wapello 36. That was a high-scoring game.
Yeah, it was.
And Van Buren now 2-2, and Lisbon, number 10 Lisbon plays Highland. Highland needs a team that they can get a little confidence against. I think they'll get that in the next couple of weeks. But Lisbon is good. We already saw Lisbon beat Columbus.
Yep.
Lisbon is now the definite district favorite, and 57-6 Lisbon Lions. So that's our roundup. New London did not play this week. They had to forfeit because they only had 12 or 13 kids that were healthy. But the plan was, and they had to talk to the association this weekend, the plan was that they're going to play on Friday. They're supposed to play Central City, a very good team. I forget who they're playing this week. But the plan is to come back and play this week. So
maybe HLV.
A lot of people are asking about that. It might have been HLV. We have a little bit of news coming from the high school football rankings. Hunter, they came out late yesterday.
Just did the story, so it'll be in the paper tomorrow. But
online already.
Looks pretty similar to last week. Really, Winfield Mount Union, after the big win Andy mentioned, still sitting at number 2 in the 8-player rankings.
How many first place does it get?
3.
No, that's not right.
Maybe
That's one of those things where I asked a question I already knew the answer to.
Gladbrook Rhinebeck was getting 3. That's why that's what I was thinking. But Winfield Mount Union coming with 1 first place vote.
Yes,
we won't tell you who voted, but
I truly believe Winfield Mount Union should be number 1 based on the body of work, as they say.
I haven't even seen who Gladbrook Rhinebeck has even played, so I can't comment on that. I haven't even looked at that. But Sigourney Keota re-entered the rankings last week, moves up 2 spots this week. They're now number 8 in Class 1A there. Gave a shout out to Waco in the story too. Obviously, they bounced out of the rankings after the loss to Winfield 2 weeks ago. They pick up the big win this week, and they are just outside the top 10.
This close.
Just outside the top 10, sitting at number 11th, if you will. They're 1 vote behind, however you say this team. You got to say it. Arwe-Va. It's literally hyphened AR.
Arwe. Oh, you're talking about Arwe-Va.
Yeah.
Arwe-Va
has six votes. Waco coming in 5. So, 1 more vote, they'd be tied for 10th. So, the Warriors just in the hunt right there outside the top 10, and a very, very stellar team. They'll probably be back in there this next week.
I think Waco's got a pretty favorable road ahead. So I think that we'll be probably seeing them when a couple of those other teams knock each other off.
And really, all those teams pretty a pretty, I don't know how to say it. Like, you have got a nice road looking ahead. Obviously, I think Sigourney Keota's got like Pella Christian and stuff like that, which is a good squad and stuff like that. But Winfield, they're let's just say they're the favorite the rest of the way out.
Favorite the rest of the way.
And then
a lot of if you cut out our top 3 or 4 teams, they are big favorites.
And Waco's kind of in the same boat after playing Winfield there. So, yeah,
there we go. Those are our football rankings, and that is our small school football roundup rankings.
Yep.
Look ahead. Crazy scores there from the weekend. And I will say that we have to go to commercial.
Yeah.
So we will be back, and when we come back,
volleyball.
We're not only going to talk about the volleyball we did see and the cross country we have seen, but we got a little volleyball and cross country cover today, just steps away from where we are right now.
A couple miles.
So we will see you guys after a little commercial break.
Family owned and operated by Andy and Sarah Ross, Ross Auto has been your vehicle repair and maintenance headquarters since 1935. We specialize in all makes of cars and light-duty trucks. With our variety of available services, let us help you keep rolling and your vehicle operating efficiently. Services include general auto repair, alignments, brakes, fuel injection, and more. Schedule your appointment today at 319-653-5656. That's 319-653-5656.
At 5 Star Community Credit Union, we want to help you lead a better life. We offer competitive rates and convenient appointment times for all kinds of loans: auto, recreational vehicles, home equity line of credit, holiday, and personal loans. We make it easy to build your credit and enjoy the good things in life.
We invite you to join 5 Star Community Credit Union. We are community-minded and member-focused. Come visit our locations in West Burlington and Mount Pleasant or online at 5starcu.org. Federally insured through the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
At Brown Shoe Fit, we pride ourselves on traditional sit and fit service that's been serving the Mount Pleasant area since 1952. At Brown's, we have shoes for the whole family. From kids to adults, we carry the finest footwear for every occasion. Whether you're looking for something for work, casual wear, or exercise, we've got you covered. And don't forget about our selection of safety toe footwear for both men and women. Come visit us 6 days a week and experience the best in traditional sit and fit service. Brown Shoe Fit, where quality and tradition meet.
Just around the corner, and what a better way to celebrate than visit 2 of Iowa's most thrilling Halloween attractions, Thresher's House of Terror and Midwest Haunted Rails. Brace yourselves for an unforgettable experience as you enter Thresher's House of Terror, filled with the spooky surprises at every corner. You'll encounter every nightmare you've ever had. And for a family-friendly Halloween treat, ride the Midwest Haunted Rails, screaming down the tracks in Mount Pleasant, Iowa.
Welcome back to Southeast Iowa Union Sports Talk. We would like to wish a happy birthday to our friend Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy, we're wishing you a happy birthday. We're kind of reaching an all branch out to you, assuming you're watching this. You got the kind of followers to where if you shared the stream, we'd probably go up in viewership. So, we wish you happy birthday. If you could also please return the favor and and share the Southeast Iowa Union Sports Talk on your public.
Please do it.
Give us a little time. Give us a little bit of your time. And happy birthday also to Trey Young, very good basketball player. So what's your thought? Trey Young or John Morant? Who's better?
I need more time to think about it.
Yeah, John Morant's got a birthday buddy of mine.
Probably John Morant just because he's more athletic, but then you gotta pick between athleticism and 3-point shooting, and it's like I don't know.
I'd like to see. Anyway, John Morant, birthday buddy. Shout out August 10th. If we have a show on August 10th, we'll give you a shout out for your birthday.
Yep.
You know what we should do next week? No,
What's
that's
that?
a stupid idea. I was gonna say something stupid.
Okay.
I'm not. Usually when I say I'm gonna say something stupid and then I just still say it. This time I'm not going to say it. I'm going to reformulate the idea, and then next week there will be a surprise if this thing gets 55 shares or more. We're going to talk a little generality of volleyball, and somebody in this room was in Winfield, Iowa on Thursday.
Yes,
That's
I
Mr.
was.
Hunter Moeller, and you saw Winfield Mount Union scoop up a SC North victory. I bet you were pretty happy. It went 3 sets early night at home.
Yeah, we love to see it. But a pretty dominant victory for the Wolves in this one. 25-13, 25-15, and 25-16 there. The Wolves over Lone Tree. Really, it was kind of the same story all night. Winfield Mount Union putting up a little lead, and then Lone Tree would kind of battle back maybe a little bit in the early stages there, make it a 2 to 3 point game there, but then Winfield always put together a big run and kind of pulled away, and as you can see by the results, kind of finished it out there. But leading the Wolves on the night is Quinn Smith with 9 kills. Audrey Gipple had 8 assists. Ari Meeker with 18. Jesse Rinkin with 10, and then defensively. Leading in the digs department, Tessa Houston with 12 there, and then aces wise, Katie Miller led with 5. She had all those 5 were in a row, so we're in a row, I believe, in the second set. I think it was. I think go and look, but some just all around dominant performance by Winfield there, in a real nice win. If you're looking at the standings. Let me pull it up here.
Boom, ba, bum.
And if you look at it right now, the Southeast Iowa Super Conference standings as a whole, you got Holy Trinity at the top, who's obviously, you did the rankings on that, right? Are they still number 4? Do you know?
They are
maybe number 3
I believe
now.
So. And after you go through.
But then you have after that it's Waco, who's on the north side, and then Winfield Mount Union right behind them, and those two have already no, they haven't played yet.
Aren't they? They're 4-0, 4-0, 4-0, right?
Yeah, 4-0, 4-0,
So they have
4-0.
not played each other yet. That'll be a good one.
But so that's going to be a pretty big game once those two meet, and for the on the north side.
You know what? I'm
On the north
gonna
side.
admit right now that I was a little surprised. I knew Waco would still be okay because they had some good teams. They're a top 5 team in the Super Conference volleyball tournament. I'm surprised at how good WMU has been.
Yeah.
Considering basically their entire lineup was gone last
Yeah.
year. So
They looked really good. Looked like they replaced it with some good talent. So I think they're going to be a dangerous team. When the tournament comes out, Tuesday or Thursday.
Thursday.
Pool play starts Thursday.
That's right. You don't have any other stats, right? I was gonna go ahead and announce these pools, which we will have in that paper tomorrow, online here shortly. Actually, I never know what I was gonna say. I was gonna give away the secret sauce to this episode that we might be secretly doing this pre-taped, but we're not. This is live. And so the Super Conference tournament is this weekend. Starts on Thursday with 4 pools. At Danville, we have, and I'm going to rank them as the Super Conference ranked them. This is not the Andy Krutzinger, Hunter Moeller rankings. This is the Super Conference rankings. So Pool 1 at Danville, 1, the Holy Trinity Catholic Crusaders, 8, the Danville Bears, 9, the Winfield Mount Union Wolves, and 16, the Lone Tree Lions. Let's see if I screw up somebody's team name doing this. Pool 2 at Highland, we'll have the West Burlington Falcons, currently ranked number 2 in the Super Conference. Number 7, Mediapolis Bullets, not Bulldogs. Girl and boy school's a little different. Number 10, Highland Huskies. And the number 15, Pekin Panthers. I saw Highland and Pekin play a pretty good game earlier this year, so it'll be another one at Highland. Pool number 3, Columbus. I believe Mr. Hunter Moeller will be in attendance. Number 3, Notre Dame Nikes. Number 6, Van Buren County Warriors.
That'll be a good game.
That will be a good game. That'll be an exciting one. 11th seeded Columbus Wildcats and the 14th seeded Hillcrest Academy Ravens. And pool number 4 at Central Lee High School in Donaldson, Iowa, which is where you'll find yours truly, Andy Krutzinger. 4th seeded Wapello Arrows, not Indians. The second, Wapello and Mediapolis are just twin. They're the twin cities because they do all the same stuff. They look like the exact same town, and they do the same thing where they kind of split the boys and the girls.
Yep.
The 5th seeded Waco Warriors, and that could be a little battle there between Wapello and Waco in the 4-5 game.
Mm-hmm.
How about the number 12 seed Central Lee Hawks, the hosting Hawks? Number 13 New London Tigers, and the number 17 Louisa Muscatine Falcons. Got them all right. And then the top 2 teams from each of those pools will meet up in B-Town, Burlington, South SCC, Southeastern Community College.
Yep.
Where a champion will be crowned. One of the more exciting weekends of volleyball of our area.
And who was last year's champion? Notre Dame?
Last year's champion would have been, I think Notre Dame beat HTC.
I think so.
The last couple of years it's been Notre Dame Holy Trinity. There have been some historic battles. Was it last year?
I think it was.
Winfield, I think Winfield Union almost knocked off Holy Trinity last year.
I think so.
I think they won the first set. It was really exciting. I can still remember the old days of when Holy Trinity and New London would face off in that championship, probably like 5 years in a row. I remember watching New London knock off Holy Trinity when they were ranked, I believe, in the top 3 in just a crazy 3-set match. That was probably like 2017. But I don't know why. That's always what I what I remember as those two, all those historic battles. So so Waco's our highest ranked team in that. 5th. So obviously there are 4 teams that are favored more than the Union area teams. So hopefully some upsets either on Thursday or Saturday.
Yeah, it's going to be. I think the Southeast Iowa Super Conference tournament's always kind of a crapshoot, if you will, of like who's going to come out on top. You kind of never know because last year it was kind of like you knew Holy Trinity and Notre Dame where everyone talked about being the top schools, and Winfield came in and made
very high ranked.
So I think
New and Waco were both really good last year
Waco
too.
Really good. Winfield was really good. So I think those teams might be kind of underestimated, but they've been playing well. And you look at Holy Trinity, who's the highest ranked team right now in the conference. A lot of teams have given them some good games.
More than I thought it would actually coming into the year. So that'll be a fun one there. Speaking of fun, we'll be one of us will be at our so Hunter Moeller has been working for the Southeast Iowa Union for what, a year and a half now?
Yeah, a little over a year now.
Somehow last year, because of rain delays, freak of nature incidents, and just whatever happened, Hunter did not cover any cross country live.
Never been.
Never lost. Shout out to LeVar Ball. Share us on your social medias. LeVar Ball. Give you a shout out. Reached out. All Branchy. We scratch your back.
That's what we need. Ours. We need somebody famous to just drop us once. We'll be good.
Yeah, we do. But maybe you know what? Maybe we'll just hack. Maybe we'll just guess passwords one episode. Get a celebrity we think has an easy password. Just guess, and then boom. They'll never know who did it. A lot of people with motives to share the Southeast Iowa Union Sports Talk YouTube on famous Twitters. You will be at Mount Pleasant High School for the Panther Invitational. We have so many teams at that thing today. Mount Pleasant, Washington will be there.
Winfield.
Fairfield will be there. Winfield, Mount Union will be there. I believe Waco will be there.
Columbus
will be there. Let's just shout out teams that are going to be there. Was that the last? Mid Prairie will be there.
Mid-Prairie.
And I'm excited.
A lot of good teams there.
Yeah, I'm excited for Swartz and Truba versus Micah Reese. That'll be a nice little battle in the boys race today.
Yeah.
So big stuff. That starts at 4:30 with the middle school race. So if you want to come keep Hunter company, actually, spoiler alert, it's basically going to be a meet and greet because I'm going to actually be there for the first hour or so.
So come see your fellow sports writers.
Yeah, it's a meet and greet with the South Iowa Union Sports crew. But don't Hunter's got a job out here, people. Don't distract him.
Right.
No, actually, I like when people come and chat with me during sporting events.
Right.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Nice of the day up.
It'll be a little chilly by then, maybe.
Oh, will it?
Well, I don't know.
Then you'll be leaving, and I'll be actually in Mount Pleasant High School tonight. Mount Pleasant.
The high's 85. Actually, it's gonna be around 80 around 4:00. So.
There you go.
Nice weather.
Perfect day. Actually, the cross country kids will say it was not a perfect day. It was a little too hot. They like it to be like 70.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's 11. It's 10:59 here in the Midwest. We've
in the Midwest. If you're coming from us from the
that's right. No,
coast.
it's not 10:59. It's whatever 59 this is live at right now. Whatever time you're watching this now, if you're watching the live, that is what time it is right now.
It up.
And 10:59 somewhere. That's what. Rest in peace, Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah.
That's all we got, right? Right, Alex? Nothing crazy. Thank you to all the sponsors. We're always powered by Fairway.
Yep.
We're always live. We're always here on Southeast Iowa Union Sports.
Always
Talk.
bringing the energy.
We are always bringing the energy, and we're going to bring that energy to a cross-country meet in about 5 hours and a volleyball game in about 9 hours. So everyone meet up in Mount Pleasant tonight, or go to Fairfield's road game in Fort Masson, or one of the small school games. Whatever you choose, we're not telling you what to do.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you one thing they have to do.
Share this.
Share this. I was actually going to say come back and see us.
Oh.
Next week, also share this to all your social medias.
Yep. We'll see
email
you.
it to all your friends. Mass email. All right.
There you go. When will we see you? Next week.